Laird is riding shotgun with us on the show today. Here's his story. Ryan Laird was born in Toronto, Ontario on March 8th, 1984. His first musical influence was his great-grandmother, who was a professional opera singer and sang to him as a child. He started playing piano and guitar when he was 7, and by age 10, Ryan was a touring member of the Cambridge Kiwanis Boys Choir. As a teenager, Ryan played in a band with his two younger siblings, and they frequented the Ontario Festival and Fair circuit. After graduating from high school, Ryan studied guitar and voice at Humber College in Toronto for 2 years. But he was soon ready to take a chance on his dream, so he packed up his 1995 Honda Civic and drove to Nashville. Once there, he wrote over 200 songs, which led to meetings with publishers and eventually the signing of his first publishing deal. Ryan received media attention in the US and Canada in late 2008 after he put up a billboard in Nashville right across from Taylor Swift's offices of himself holding up a note that said, "Hey Taylor, I love your music, will you produce my album?" The stunt got Miss Swift's attention. As when asked about the billboard, Taylor said, "I listened to one of his songs and absolutely fell in love with it, and I think he's got great melodies and he's a great writer. I think he could really be great and be huge, so it'll be really cool to maybe work with him." Upon hearing this, Ryan was apparently brought to tears. In 2011, Ryan released 2 singles, She Was the One and I'm Your Man, the latter of which he made a music video for, that reached the number 10 spot on our countdown and was a hit on country radio as well. We are all eagerly anticipating the arrival of Ryan's EP. His story, you have it. Now you have the man himself, Ryan Laird, in studio. Nice to see you, brother.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for riding shotgun with us today. Lots of stuff coming up for you right now. We are on the eve of a bunch of big events for Ryan Laird in the world of Ryan Laird. Let's start with AJ. Let's start with Alan Jackson.
Yeah, what an honor for me. I got the call a few months ago that I was going to be opening up for actually asking, do you want to open up for Alan Jackson?
No, you got the call saying, you will open up for Alan Jackson.
I was like, well, let me think about it. Yes.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, really great opportunity for me. He's like a living legend in country music, so I'm just really stoked about the shows.
What was the moment like? I mean, that's got to be like kind of winning the lottery to a degree.
I think I sort of like almost fainted.
Yeah.
It was an amazing feeling. I mean, just to get to go on tour with him. I've been listening to his music for years, and I mean, like I said, a living legend, so what can I say?
Smart guy, smart businessman, smart musician.
Yep.
He knows what he's doing. Okay, so you're also going to have, if people get to go and see your shows, the shows with Alan Jackson, the dates are, starts April 19th?
April 19th at the Sudbury Arena.
Yep.
We're going to be the next day, the 20th, at John Labatt Centre in London, and the 21st at Copps Coliseum in Hamilton.
All right, and at those events, not only are you going to get to see you perform live and then Alan Jackson, which is incredible, you're also going to have some things for sale that have not yet been for sale. This is a big thing, too.
Yes, so I just signed a new record deal yesterday. I'm real excited about that.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. With ONRAMP / EMI Music Canada. So we're going to be putting a record out. It's in stores June 7th.
Is your head spinning a little bit, or are you kind of taking it in stride? Does it seem, are you ready for it?
It's still all sinking in. I think I'm ready. You know, you never know for sure, right? But I've been making music for over 15 years. I've been chasing this dream of mine my whole life. So I knew and hoped that the time was coming when all this would come together, and to finally be on the verge is very exciting for me.
What do you think it's going to be like April 19th, right before you have to go out on stage in front of a crowd that's going to be, you know, obviously a big crowd because they're getting ready to see Alan Jackson, and you know, what do you think it's going to be like? Will you be nervous? Will your fingers be ready to go?
I like to say I'm not going to be nervous, but probably realistically the butterflies are going to be, you know, flying around. But I'm going to just have a really big rush. And anytime I get to go on stage, like last year I opened up some of the George Canyon tour in Canada, and I mean, this is another level doing Alan Jackson, a lot bigger venues, but still it's always a rush when I get to go out there on stage and get exposure in front of big audiences.
That EP that you said is going to be available at the shows comes out for everybody else who doesn't get to go to the show on June 5th, right?
Yes, I know, June the 7th.
Or
did
June
we say
7th?
The 5th? No, it is the 5th.
5th? Did I get it right?
7th. Yeah, 5, 7, 5th.
Investigative journalist,
I'm wrong.
professional journalist. More with Ryan in moments. Right now, it's back to the chart we go. Kira Isabella's A Real Good Radio is in the 15th spot this week, and Jesse Farrell's Everything to Me is in at number 14. And in the 13th position, it's High Valley. Here's Have I Told You I Love You Lately, number 13 on the Chevrolet Top 20. Number 11, Ryan Laird riding shotgun with us in studio today. The new EP, self-titled EP, comes out June 5th. Recently signed to ONRAMP EMI Canada. Congratulations. And touring with Alan Jackson. When you get ready for a tour, when you get an opening slot, how many songs do you get?
It's usually about half an hour, so I'm probably going to get about 5 or 6 songs.
You're good. You're good in that. Like, you can go out and give her. I've seen you perform live. You seem to, even if there are nerves at the beginning, I don't get them from you when I see you up on stage. Pretty confident guy.
Well, I just like to have fun with it and do my thing and hope that the crowd is fun, too. I mean, I really only know about 5 or 6 songs. That's my little secret, so I'm just kidding.
When you were growing up, did you actually think that you were going to be able to make a living playing country music?
Realistically, I don't know. I had the dreams and the visions and the fantasies of doing it.
Was there something else going on? Was there a backup plan happening over here?
I mean, I worked at a computer store in 9th grade.
Yeah.
Didn't last too long there. You know, and then I started teaching guitar lessons to local kids after high school, and that went a little better, so I figured, you know, maybe I should really take the music thing seriously. I think it's the only thing I really know how to do properly. That's
kind of cool. So there are kids in your hometown that you taught now who are kind of watching saying, that was my guitar teacher.
That was my old guitar teacher. Hey, students, keep practicing.
Were you pretty good at as a teacher?
Well, we'd have to ask them. I mean, I hope I was. I had about 30 students, and I'd go down after high school every day in Fergus, Ontario, my hometown. I'd walk downtown with my guitar and go down, and I think I made like $10 an hour, and I got to teach these kids how to play guitar, and then go blow my money on the weekend on new music equipment.
What was your go-to song? What would you teach them how to play? What was always
it was Smoke on the Water.
Was it really?
Dun, dun,
oh, no, I know it.
Dun, dun,
I've been to Steve's music.
Yeah.
It is time to be kind and... I'd like to show you brought some cover art with you. Your record comes out June 5th. The EP, it will also be available April 19th, 20th, and 21st when you're opening for Alan Jackson. There's some artwork, early artwork.
That's going to be the back cover. There's the new single, Girl Crazy, number 3.
Is it weird to do like a photo shoot and then look at a whole bunch of different pictures of yourself? Do you start, you know, when I look at words and I'm writing stuff, sometimes after, for a while, the words stop looking like English. You know, when you look at a word over and over again or say it over and over again, it stops looking like English. Do these stop looking like you?
It's all gibberish. You know, after a while, I start to wonder if it is me. You know?
Yeah.
No, that's like being in the studio for me, that when I'm recording songs and I listen, you know, you spend so many hours in the studio refining and tweaking these songs, and after, I mean, hours and hours, I mean, you just start to wonder,
is this any...
Is this working? What am I hearing? Yeah. You know, your ears, sometimes I need to just walk away from it for a few days and then return to it and find out if I was crazy or not.
Well, crazy sometimes is a good thing. Looking forward to the new record, the self-titled EP, June 5th. Stick around for a little bit. Still to come, videos from Johnny Reid, Carrie Underwood, Gord Bamford, and Miranda Lambert. A brand new #1, behind the scenes with Lionel Richie and Kenny Chesney and Jason Aldean and Willie Nelson as they record Lionel's new #1 album, Tuskegee, and the world premiere of the emotional new video from Paul Brandt. Plus visits from Josh McCumber and Jerry Sereda and more. Ryan Laird, the Chevrolet Top 20 Countdown, will be right back. Welcome back to the Chevrolet Top 20 Countdown. On the way, videos from Johnny Reid, Gord Bamford, and Miranda Lambert. Great footage of Lionel Richie in the recording studio with Kenny Chesney, Jason Aldean, and Willie Nelson as they record the album Tuskegee, a brand new #1, and the world premiere of the emotional new video from Paul Brandt, plus visits from Josh McCumber and Jerry Sereda. Currently riding shotgun in studio, Mr. Ryan Laird, new signee to ONRAMP / EMI Music Canada. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
The record deal.
Really excited
the
about it.
thing that every artist goes for. You got the record deal. You got the people on board to help you out, to do the things, to tweak, to give you advice.
It's years of perseverance. Just, you got to stick with it, and I've been chasing this for a long time.
Good for you. Yeah. The EP comes out June the 5th. Your website is?
RyanLaird.com.
It wasn't taken. Good for you.
Yes,
and also, you have dates. You have dates April 19th, 20th, and 21st with Alan Jackson.
Yep.
And then you have some more dates in May.
In May with Emerson Drive, we're going to be in Slave Lake and Fort McMurray, way up there, Alberta.
Yeah. Well, that's a good bill. You and Emerson Drive?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's the first shows I've done with them, but they're great guys, great musicians. It'll be a lot of fun.
The EP that you've got coming out, self-titled EP, June 5th, is a 7-song EP. That's a long EP. That's almost an album.
Almost an album.
Because some EPs like 5.
Halfway between. I call it like a double EP.
Okay,
EEP,
that's
you know?
cool.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the deal? You got some tracks on here. I'm Your Man.
Yep.
Familiar with that one.
Yep.
2 weeks in. Not familiar with 2 weeks in.
People can see it on YouTube. I'm playing it live, or just come get the EP. It's a funny story behind that song. My buddy was dating a girl. They're 2 weeks into a relationship, and they went off and got married.
What?
So, I mean, do you think that's plain romantic or just crazy?
Well, I think you know the answer to that.
I thought it was a little crazy, so anyway, you can hear the song. I wrote it about that.
How long ago did that happen with your friend?
That was about 2 years ago.
And?
They aren't together. The relationship lasted about 2 weeks.
They got married?
They got married, and then they were divorced within about 2 weeks. So
it's the saddest song ever written. It's the saddest song ever written. More with Ryan shortly. Back to the 20. Tell me about your single.
It's called Girl Crazy. It's a summer song about girls and getting crazy. That's
deep.
That's a pretty deep song. No, it's fun stuff. I got to tell you something else about it. It's the first song I ever wrote in Nashville.
Yeah.
So I was about 19 years old. I packed up my bags, little 95 Honda Civic, threw the guitar in the back of the car, headed south with a dream. First song I've ever written down there. I don't know what I'm doing. I got together with a couple songwriters down there, including my buddy Scotty Kipfer, and we wrote this song called Girl Crazy, and now I'm putting it out as a single.
And when does that comes out, like
It's coming out
soon, in like
real
a week
soon,
or
like
something
in
like
like a
that.
week or two, yeah.
Okay,
So,
good. And maybe a video and all that stuff coming out. June 5th, the EP comes out, self-titled. See him on tour out with Alan Jackson, 19th, 20th, and the 21st of this month. RyanLaird.com.
Yep.
There you go. Back to the chart. Stick around because we're going to do the beatdown after that. Chart this week. You ready for the beatdown?
I think so. I hope so.
Ryan Laird, young man, here we go. What was your first car?
A 95 rusted Honda Civic that broke down in Nashville.
Took you to Nashville, though. What was your first job ever?
Fixing computers.
That was the first one?
9th grade, yeah, and it didn't last very long. Then I went on to teach guitar, right, because I wasn't very good at it.
Okay. The smartest person you know, who is it?
Oh, boy. I'm going to say you.
That's a sad state of affairs. The first song you ever sang in front of an audience?
Grade 3 talent show competition at my school. I sang Everything I Do It For You by Bryan Adams.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Your favorite place in the world other than home?
Nashville, I think.
Nashville? Best Canadian band ever?
Oh, band or artist?
Whatever.
I'm going to go with Bryan Adams.
Okay.
Yep.
First tape / album / whatever you ever bought?
Waking Up the Neighbors.
Wait, was it really?
Yep.
That's you. Who's the first person you would call if you won the lottery?
Oh, probably my mom.
The EP comes out June the 5th. Congratulations on signing with the folks at ONRAMP and EMI Music Canada.
Thanks so much.
Don't forget the ONRAMP part. There you go. April 19th, 20th, and 21st. On the road with Alan Jackson. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Nice job, brother.
Thank
you for dropping by. And RyanLaird.com. Still to come, the world premiere of the emotional new video from Paul Brandt. Great footage of Lionel Richie in the recording studio with Jason Aldean, Kenny Chesney, and Willie Nelson as they record Tuskegee. Our friends and Canadian country workhorses Josh McCumber and Jerry Serrata drop by, and videos from Gord Bamford, Dean Brody, and Johnny Reed. The Chevrolet Top 20 Countdown will be right back. Thanks, man.
Thanks.